What's going on, fellas? Let me ask you guys a question, right? And be honest, be honest. How long have you been telling yourself that you about to get serious? How long have you been telling yourself that you're gonna start saving some money? You're about to stop going out every day or every weekend. You're about to start wasting money on food, clothes, liquor, and other things that you don't need. How long have you been telling yourself that you're gonna start working on that business that you've had the idea for a year or two now? How long have you been telling yourself that you're gonna learn that skill that you've been waiting to learn so you can increase your income? You've been telling yourself you're gonna lock in and get your life together, but every week you keep doing the same thing. You keep saying, oh, I'm gonna start Monday, or oh, I'm gonna start after the weekend, oh, I'm gonna start when I get paid again on the next paycheck. And bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, at some point you gotta stop making excuses, because during this 90-day money run, these 90 days are gonna pass regardless. People be feeling like excuses slow down time or stops time until they're ready. That's not what excuses does. Excuses may slow you down, but time keeps going. So on this 90-day money run, right? One of our goals for this 90-day money run is to save money. So after these 90 days, are you gonna have more money saved? Are you gonna have less debt, right? Are you putting your money that you're saving and the extra income that you're making towards paying down your debt or paying down your loans? After these 90 days, are you gonna be more disciplined? Or are you gonna be in the same position wishing that you started today? That's what the 90-day money run is about. It's not just about stacking money, fellas. It's about becoming disciplined enough to keep the money that you make. It's about learning how to tell yourself no to your temptation, to your vices, to your friends. It's about choosing the things that you really want for your future over the things that feel good for just right now in the moment. Because you can make more money, fellas. Like I said, it's not hard to make money. You know this, I know this. But if you don't develop the discipline, you're just gonna spend the money that you make. Fellas, what I don't want for you guys is for you guys to look back 90 days from now and to say, dang, I wish I started on day one. I wish I started back when Gibbs started on day one. Because while you're watching these videos every day and you're following this journey, you're gonna see the development. You're gonna see the improvement in every aspect. And the biggest regret that you're gonna have is looking back and saying, dang, I could have been 90 days better if I would have just started instead of waiting for the perfect time. I should have just started instead of waiting to see the results, to see if it's real, to see if it's a myth. Fellas, I'm speaking from experience. There's a lot of things in my life that I delayed because of my procrastination, because of my fear. One thing I could speak on is getting my certifications. I told you guys the story. Getting my certifications changed my life. And this is why I preach to you guys to learn a skill, learn something that's valuable, that people are gonna pay you for, so that way you don't have to chase money. Money will start chasing you. When I tell you guys these lessons and give you guys this advice, I'm not just pulling this shit from Google. I'm pulling this shit from life experiences. About my certifications, fellas, my mom been telling me about the IT Academy to get my certifications months before I even decided to hop on a call to see if I was qualified for the academy. She didn't tell me just one time. She told me for months. But fellas, I was too lazy to do the work, right? I was scared to invest in myself because I knew it was gonna cost money, but at that time, I didn't believe in having mentors and mentorship, right? I didn't believe in investing in myself to developing a skill that's gonna make me 10 times as much money that I invest. I didn't believe in that. I didn't believe in delayed gratification. I didn't believe in that. I was too lazy to do the work. I was too distracted with being outside, right? Hanging around a circle of my friends who weren't looking to build themselves. So I'm thinking going out every weekend, fucking off, drinking, being outside to 3, 4 in the morning every weekend, eating bullshit, skipping the gym, slacking on my discipline. I thought this was the norm. I thought that was normal, because everybody that was hanging around was doing the same shit. And this is why I tell you guys, it's very important on your environment. Your environment is very important. Your environment shapes you. So not only was I lazy and distracted, I didn't want to bite down and focus up, and I didn't want to sacrifice the fun that I was having. But meanwhile, I'm watching the other people that I graduated college with progress. They were getting their own cars, getting their own crib. They were getting into their career field. And then it's me in my 20s living with my mom, driving my mom's car, not being where I needed to be in my career, not knowing my purpose. And fellas, don't get me wrong, cause I know a lot of you guys, you're young, right? probably in high school, just graduated college. There's nothing wrong with living with your parents while you're building yourself up. But for me personally, I knew I wasn't doing everything that I could have been doing. I knew I was capable of more. I knew my classmates that were doing better than me in life at that time didn't work as hard as me, didn't have as much potential as me, didn't have as much talent as me, honestly didn't have as much work ethic as me when I locked in. I knew I was capable of more. I just wasn't willing to sacrifice yet. That's that FOMO, fellas, that fear of missing out. That damn, if I sacrifice, if I lock myself in the crib for 3 to 6 months, what will I miss outside? What events will I miss? What will happen outside these walls that I'll say, dang, I wish I was a part of that. I wish I was around when that happened. And to be honest, fellas, nothing. There's not one event when I locked myself in my room to study for my certification that I can even remember. But that's because I disconnected myself. I stopped being on my phone as much. I deleted that social media. I deleted the things that was urging me to go out. And then eventually, fellas, when I just got tired of being in the position that I was in, I got to a point where I almost didn't have a choice but to level the fuck up and take myself serious. Eventually, I went to the academy, right? It was a process. I couldn't afford it at first, fellas, because I was out fucking off. I didn't have any money saved from this 90-day money run. I didn't have any money saved. I wasted my money on chicks, liquor, food, things that I had no business buying, no savings. So when it was time to improve myself and invest in my future, I had no money to do so. So I had to fix my credit, take out a loan, and then join the academy. I did the work, I did the studying, I went to the classes, got my certifications, and those certifications changed my life, fellas. They helped me get into a good career field. They helped me make more money. Those certifications put me in a completely different position. I was able to double my salary. But sometimes, fellas, I still have that sting of regret on what if I started the first time my mom brought these certifications to my attention? What if I started the first time my mom sat me down and had this conversation about the IT Tech Academy? What if I started then, instead of waiting months, instead of waiting till it was more expensive, till the opportunity got more saturated? That's the pain of regret, fellas. You might eventually accomplish the goal, but procrastination steals that one thing that you can't get back, which is time. Fellas, you gotta understand, at this point, I've been in IT for about 5 years now. But imagine if on my resume, instead of saying 5 years, I could say 7 years. And that's the difference between a $20,000 raise from being junior level to senior level. Or even certain positions, you need 7 years of experience to even apply for that position. And the whole time, I can't apply for that position that I know I'm good for, but just because I didn't bite on the opportunity or have the money to invest because I didn't save my money properly, I procrastinated for months. And now I have to wait to apply for a job that could put me in a way better position. Fellas, you could always make another dollar, but you can't buy another day of your life back. I don't care how much money you make. Fellas, if you want to make money, it's going to require sacrifice. Everybody wants financial freedom until it's time to say no to the club, to that trip that your homies want to go on so bad, to the new clothes, those new Jordans that are about to drop, the liquor, right? That steakhouse and fried chicken that you love so bad. You say you want to save $5,000 on your 90-day run, but every weekend you outside spending $200 a weekend. You say you want to pay off your debt, but every time you get paid, you out at a restaurant or a lounge or spending happy hour with your friends before handling your responsibilities. You say you want to build a business, but when you get off work, you say you're too tired, right? You jump on that couch and you lay down, you take a little nap. And then you wake up and you scroll on your phone. And then it's 10 o'clock at night. You say, I'm gonna start tomorrow. Or even worse, you might actually get in the bed under them covers saying that you're so tired. But it's funny because you're not too tired to scroll on that phone and watch TikTok though. You're not too tired to talk on the phone with that chick for 2 hours on FaceTime. You're not too tired to binge watch Love Island. You're not too tired to go out. So are you really tired? Or do you just not want it badly enough? Let's keep it real. You can't keep saying you want to build a new life while you keep feeding them old habits that got you to the position that you are right now. Something has to be sacrificed. Friends, a couple weekends, a couple events, a couple birthdays, a couple family reunions, a couple holidays, some relationships, some phone calls, some TV shows, some video games. For these next 90 days, stop going out as much. Stop drinking as much. Maybe you start meal prepping instead of buying food every day. How about you stop buying clothes to impress people who aren't paying your bills? Trying to impress people who aren't going to show up to your funeral. How about you wake up earlier and use that time to do your deep work? Fellas, this isn't torture. This isn't jail. This isn't something that's going to last your whole life. Only for 90 days. I'm not telling you to never have a big sirloin steak for the rest of your life. I'm not telling you to cut chicks off for the rest of your life. I'm not telling you can't enjoy a good margarita for the rest of your life. It's not what I'm telling you. What I'm telling you is to sacrifice for 3 months to live the rest of your life in a more comfortable position. That means for the next 90 days, you're choosing your future over your pleasure. Fellas, for these next 90 days, money is only a part of it. It isn't about just what's in your bank account or what's in your shoebox. The real goal is discipline, fellas. For the next 90 days, you're gonna learn yourself. You're gonna learn what triggers you to spend money. You're gonna learn the friends that are the worst influences for you, that always invite you out and encourage you to do dumb shit. You're gonna learn what you do when you're bored, stressed, emotional. You're gonna learn your distractions, your vices. Some of you don't have an income problem. Some of you actually make good money. Regardless of what the social media may have you think, a lot of you guys are in a good position as far as income wise. Income isn't the problem. Your discipline is the problem. When the money touches your account, the first thing you think about is what you're gonna buy. You get paid on Friday, by Monday comes, you're trying to figure out where the hell your money went. That's exactly why you need this run, fellas. You need to develop the ability to tell yourself no. No, you don't need to go out tonight. No, you don't need to order that cheeseburger. No, you don't need to buy that thing just because everybody else is spending their money on it. You don't need to join that trend. Learning the skill of telling yourself no is going to carry over in every other aspect of your life. Your fitness, your career, your business, your relationships. Discipline with your money becomes discipline everywhere else. I want you guys to stop starting every Monday. A lot of you guys are trying to restart every Monday. Every beginning of the week, you guys are trying to restart this shit. You mess up every weekend, then tell yourself, oh, I'm gonna just start next week. Trust me, fellas, I've been there. Trust me. Especially when the holidays come, it's gonna get tough, right? It's the summertime. We spoke about this. We spoke about the barbecues, all right? We spoke about the 4th of July, which a lot of you probably already fucked off. We talked about the Labor Days. We talked about the barbecues. We talked about the pool parties. It's gonna get tough. There's a reason we started during the summer. If you could it's easy to do it during the winter. It's cold, nobody really outside, nobody doing shit. If you can do it during the summer, you can do it whenever. But one thing I wanna tell you guys is I'm not asking you to be perfect. Every day is not gonna be perfect. You're never gonna have perfect weeks. You're not gonna have a perfect month. Right? You're not gonna have a perfect 90 days, right? We're human, fellas. Things are gonna happen. Cool. Stop worrying about being perfect for 90 days. Start little, right? I'm not asking you to go cold turkey on everything. Start small. Start with being 3 days consistent, right? Start with being 7 days consistent. Follow your budget for 7 days. Just 1 week, follow your budget. Complete your daily standards for 7 days. Try to do it for 7 days. Stay out the clubs for 1 weekend. Don't order food for 1 week. Prove to yourself that you can keep your word to yourself for 7 days. That's how you're gonna build your confidence. Look, I'm gonna be transparent with you, fellas. This is my percentage of my power list this week. As you can see, I'm not perfect, but I could promise you, if you guys would have seen my board months ago, this is way better than what it was by a long shot. All this would have been red. So fellas, understand, I would never tell you to do something that I haven't done or I'm not doing. I have my power list and I know I'm not perfect. I had a perfect Tuesday. This week I made sure I did my 90 minutes of deep work all week. I'm gonna have a perfect Thursday. I'm gonna have a perfect Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if the rest of this is blue, and I have these 4 reds for the entire week, I'm cool with that. That'll be a good percentage for me. Fellas, I also understand this is the first week of the 90-day money run. The first week is always the hardest because you're fighting against change. You're fighting against your old routine. You're fighting against your cravings, right? Your distractions, against the old version of yourself that always chose comfort. But fellas, what you gotta understand is once you build that momentum, next Monday is gonna get easier. And then after that, once you do that 7 days, then the next Monday gets easier. And then once you do that 7 days, then the next week gets easier. That's what we call momentum, fellas. Eventually, your routine is gonna become a system. That's all you gotta do, fellas. Figure out your system and follow the plan. Honestly, think about what 90 days of discipline could do for you. If you save $25 every day for 90 days, that's $2,250 at the end of 90 days. If you stop spending $150 every weekend on transportation, on hookah, on bottles. That's almost $2,000 that you could just keep after the end of 90 days. If you complete 90 minutes of deep work every day, that's more than 130 hours of learning a new skill, completing a high leverage task, growing your business, creating content, doing something that's going to push you forward to the direction of your goals. Fellas, I'm not telling you you're going to be rich in 90 days, but in 90 days, you can definitely develop the habits that will help you become wealthy. Yes. You can create that emergency fund that you need. You can pay down your credit card debt. You can stop living paycheck to paycheck. You can develop a skill that's going to help you make more money. And most importantly, you can prove to yourself that you can create a plan and stick to it. Because once you become disciplined enough to save $2,000, you can rinse and repeat that system to do $5,000. And then rinse and repeat that system to do $10,000. Then rinse and repeat that system to do $20,000. But it all starts with learning how to control yourself. So after this video, fellas, I want you to write down 3 goals that you want to accomplish during your 90-day money run. The first goal should be the amount of money that you want to save or the amount of debt that you want to pay down. Don't just write, oh, I want to save money. Get specific with it. Write down a number. Your second goal should be something that increases your income. Maybe it's starting a side hustle, applying for better jobs, earning a certification, growing your business. And your third goal should be about discipline. Maybe it's going to the gym, waking up early, putting down the alcohol, cutting down on your social media time. And then after you come up with those 3 goals, fellas, write down 5 daily standards, 5 tasks that you're gonna do every day that's gonna bring you closer to those goals. And you can even buy a whiteboard if you want to, like I showed you of mine. See, me, I like that because I like visually seeing it. I like coloring, you know, just that's just my system. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do that, you can. Your iPhone has 1,000 apps where you can do the same thing. But fellas, you come up with those 3 goals and then you write down your 5 daily tasks that you're going to do every day to get closer to those goals, to learn that skill, to save that money, to wake up earlier. Fellas, the harder you work at peace, the less you'll bleed at war. The harder you prepare yourself now, the better position you'll be when things get difficult. When an emergency comes, you'll have the money saved. When the opportunity comes, right? When the opportunity comes like I had, when I could have just paid that money for that certification when I first knew about it, instead of having to wait because I didn't have the money saved, when an opportunity comes, you'll be able to jump on it immediately. Stop waiting till Monday, fellas. Stop waiting for your next paycheck. Stop waiting till after the weekend. You know what you need to do. Write down your 3 goals, write down those 5 daily standards, create your budget, track your spending, and let's get to work. Give yourself 7 serious days. Don't worry about day 90 yet. A lot of you going to discourage yourself worrying about day 90. Don't worry about day 90 yet. Take it one day at a time. Perfect day 1, then perfect day 2, then perfect day 3. See how many days you can go perfect first. Just keep stacking those disciplined days because the 90 days are going to come. Don't let another 90 days pass you making the same excuses, going out with the same friends, doing the same shit at the same places. Because I promise you, after your 90 days, you can go to those same places and them same people are going to be in them same seats. And that's all I got for you today, fellas. Write down your plan, write down your goals, develop your system, and stay consistent. If you need help structuring your system, if you need help with your 5 daily standards, if you need help with your discipline, and you're ready to become the best man you could be, to become him, then click the link in the description below. Book a call with us, see if you're a good fit. But fellas, don't book a call if you're not ready to turn your life around. I only love working with dogs, people who really want it, people who are not scared to get in the field. But if you are ready to make that commitment, understand, fellas, it's not just you, it's us. Also, follow me on all social media platforms. I'm gonna list them down below. Fellas, don't fuck around these next 90 days, man. Get to it. It's time to perform.